Hey Arizona, if you're watching this from Phoenix, Tucson, or anywhere in the desert, I've got some news that might surprise you. Last year, Arizona was one of the top 5 states sending residents to Colorado. And northern Colorado specifically has become a magnet for Arizona families looking for a completely different lifestyle. Now, I've helped dozens of Arizona families make this transition, and I keep hearing the same questions over and over. And today, I'm going to answer the top questions Arizona relocators ask me. Now, whether you're tired of 115-degree summers, worried about water issues, or just ready for real seasons, this video has the answers you've been searching for. Now, let me start with some data that explains why so many Arizona families are making this move. According to recent migration studies, the top reason Arizona residents give for moving to Colorado are very consistent. Number 1 is climate diversity. Now, I had a client from Scottsdale tell me that they were a prisoner in their own home from May to October, and they couldn't even enjoy their backyard, couldn't walk their dog during the day, and their electric bills were $500 plus a month just to survive. Now, number 2 is water scarcity. Arizona's long-term water challenges are real, and many families are looking for a place with more sustainable water resources. And Colorado has its water challenges too, but northern Colorado has a much better long-term water security than Phoenix or Tucson. Number 3 is the outdoor lifestyle change. Instead of being indoors for half of the year, you get year-round outdoor activities. You have skiing in the winter, hiking in the spring and fall, camping and biking in the summer. And one family from Tampa said that they went from being indoor people to outdoor people just by changing states. And the 4th reason I hear is home appreciation potential. Arizona has seen great appreciation, and many families see northern Colorado as having a more stable, long-term growth potential without the boom and bust cycles that Arizona can experience. What's up, beautiful people? My name is Noah, your northern Colorado real estate and lifestyle expert. And if you're an Arizona resident considering this move, I am simply here to answer all of your questions, large or small. And I'm a really easy guy to get a hold of. You can call or text my cell phone at 720-741-7474. Now, I've helped dozens of Arizona families find the perfect northern Colorado community that fits their needs. And if you want a behind-the-scenes look at what life is like in northern Colorado, go follow me on Instagram at real.estate.hippie. Let's get back to this video. Let's talk about the numbers, because this is where I see the biggest surprise. The good news is that if you're coming from Scottsdale or Paradise Valley or other high-end Phoenix areas, northern Colorado might actually feel affordable. Now, here's the data. The median home price in northern Colorado ranges from about $420,000 in Greeley to $545,000 in Fort Collins. Now, if you compare that to Scottsdale at $650,000 or Paradise Valley at over $1 million, suddenly Fort Collins looks reasonably priced. But if you're coming from more affordable Arizona areas like Tucson, Mesa, and Glendale, you'll see a slight price increase. Tucson's median home price is $320,000, so moving to Fort Collins represents about a 70% increase in housing costs. But there are several other more affordable areas like Greeley and Johnstown that are more in line with exactly what you're used to. Now, here's what most Arizona families don't expect. Your ongoing monthly costs are going to be different, but not necessarily higher. And of course, you're going to have a heating bill in the winter that you never had in Arizona. But here's the flip side. Your summer cooling bill is going to be significantly lower. That $400 to $500 monthly electric bill to keep your Arizona home cool, gone. And most of my Arizona clients find their annual utility costs are actually very, very similar. They're just going to be distributed differently throughout the year. Now, property taxes vary significantly by area, but generally you're going to pay similar or slightly lower property taxes here in northern Colorado compared to most of the Arizona locations. The big difference is that Colorado has state income tax while Arizona's is going to be lower. So you want to factor that into your budget. The lifestyle change from Arizona to northern Colorado is going to be dramatic, and I want to be honest about both the positive and the adjustments that you're going to need to make. Now, the biggest positive is seasonal variety. Instead of hot and less hot, you get 4 distinct seasons with different activities, and the scenery completely changes throughout the year. Spring brings wildflowers and perfect hiking weather. Now, summer is going to offer you camping, outdoor festivals, outdoor concerts, all without the crushing heat. And fall delivers amazing colors, crisp, clear days, and winter, guess what? Opens up for skiing and snowboarding. Now, as a result of all of the outdoor activities and the seasons, your activity level will increase dramatically. About 90% of my Arizona clients tell me that they're more active outdoors after a simple relocation to Colorado. One of my families from Phoenix said that they used to plan their lives around simply avoiding the heat. Now they plan their lives around just enjoying the weather. But let's talk about the adjustments. You'll need a completely different wardrobe because those light Arizona clothes are only gonna work during the summer here. Budget some cash to update your wardrobe, including winter gear, hiking boots, and layers for the season. Now, you may also wanna put some money aside for hobbies that you don't even know you have yet, because your Colorado self will be different than the person you are now. Now, the same thing actually happened to myself. Prior to moving to Colorado, I hadn't owned a bicycle in about 20 years. And guess what I have in the garage now? Not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, but 5 different bikes. My kids have bikes, my wife has a bike, and going mountain biking or biking through the town is just a way to enjoy the weather. And for you adventure seekers, you have some of the best mountain biking offered in the continental United States. So your Colorado self, your hobbies that your Colorado self will have here are going to be different than what you are experiencing in Arizona. Now, your home is going to be different too. No more tile floors or stucco walls, designed to help your home stay cool. Colorado homes are built for insulation and warmth, and you're probably going to have a fireplace and even a basement, and definitely different landscaping. The social culture is different here as well. Arizona's retirement culture is going to be replaced by Colorado's outdoor and family-focused culture. Community involvement is a big deal here, and you'll find yourself joining hiking groups, ski clubs, or just going out and walking with the neighbors. Now let's talk about home appreciation, because this is a big concern for families who've seen great returns in their real estate investments. The data shows that northern Colorado has had steady and consistent appreciation over the past decade. We haven't seen the dramatic swings that Arizona sometimes can experience. Fort Collins, for example, has averaged about 6 to 8% annual appreciation over the past decade, which is strong and sustainable. Here's what makes northern Colorado attractive for long-term appreciation. We have geographical constraints with the mountains that is going to limit development, so we can't build enough houses. We've got strong job growth from universities and tech companies, and consistent population growth from relocators just like yourself. The risk factors are different from those in Arizona. Instead of water and the extreme heat, we have winter weather and a higher altitude. But these factors also limit supply, which is gonna support your housing value. Now, one advantage for Arizona buyers is that you're often coming with a significant amount of equity. Arizona home values have done well, so my clients can compete effectively in this market, and sometimes even buying a home with cash from the sale of their Arizona home. The rental market is also strong. If you're considering investment properties, Colorado State University, University of Northern Colorado, and the growing tech sector create consistent rental demand. My advice for Arizona investors is that Northern Colorado offers more stable, predictable appreciation than Arizona's sometimes volatile market. You might not see those 20% annual gains, but you're less likely to see the 20% drop. Now, taxes are a big consideration when moving from Arizona to Colorado, and the picture is more complex than most people realize. State income tax is going to be the biggest change, as Arizona has relatively low state income tax with rates from, I would say, 2.5% all the way up to 4.5%. And Colorado has a flat 4.4% state income tax. Now, for most families, this means paying about $2,000 to $4,000 more per year in income tax. But on the flip side, property taxes often work in your favor. Many areas here in northern Colorado have lower property tax rates than your home in Arizona. A $500,000 home in Fort Collins might have an annual property tax between $3,500 and $4,500 compared to $4,000 to $6,000 for the similar home in Scottsdale. Sales tax is going to be similar between the two states, usually around 7 to 9%, depending on the specific city. But here's what many Arizona families don't consider. Colorado offers better tax benefits for outdoor recreation. You can deduct some outdoor gear purchases, and there are tax credits for energy efficient home improvements that are more relevant in Colorado's climate. The overall tax burden for most middle-class families ends up being very similar between Arizona and northern Colorado when you factor in all of the different taxes and cost structures. For retirees, Colorado is more tax-friendly than Arizona in many ways. Social Security isn't taxed in Colorado, and there are senior property tax exemptions that can significantly reduce your tax burden. Now, based on my experience with Arizona clients, here are the questions that I actually get asked the most. And you're gonna laugh at these, but these are literally real life examples. The first question is, how do I prepare for winter driving? Now, this is a top concern because everybody from Arizona I talk to has literally asked the same thing. Now, the answer is really simple. You just drive a little bit slower and upgrade your tires to all-season tires. Now, all-wheel drive helps, but it's not necessarily required unless you are adventuring in the mountains. The key is learning to drive slowly and smoothly, even on a tiny bit of ice. The second question that I always get is, what about the altitude? Northern Colorado sits at 5,000 feet elevation, and most people are going to adjust between 2 to 4 weeks after being here. All you need to do is drink lots of water and limit your alcohol consumption, and don't plan any intense activities, I would say, for about your first month. The long-term health benefits are worth the short-term adjustment. And everybody in Arizona might vibe with this next question: will you miss the desert? About half of my Arizona clients say that they miss certain aspects of desert living. They miss the unique beauty, the winter weather, and some of the cultural elements. But 95% of the people say that they don't regret the move at all. I did have a client tell me that he misses the desert sunsets, but that he didn't miss being trapped indoors for half of the year. Now, this one always makes me laugh because every person from Arizona has asked me this: is, do you guys have good Mexican food? Now, this is a real concern if you're coming from Arizona, but what you might not know is that Colorado has great Mexican food, but it's just going to be different from the Arizona style. My advice is to embrace the local food scene instead of trying to recreate what you left behind. Now, based on my experience with Arizona relocators, here's where the different types of Arizona families tend to thrive. If you're coming from Scottsdale or Paradise Valley and want something upscale with amenities, Fort Collins and Boulder are going to be the best fit. They have restaurants, cultural activities, and high-end neighborhoods that are going to feel very similar, although they are going to be a lot more green. Now, if you're from Tucson and you value the smaller city feel and character, Loveland and Longmont are going to be perfect. They have a great art scene, reasonable cost, and mountain access without feeling too big or crowded. Now, families from the Phoenix suburbs often love Windsor. It offers the suburban family feel with good schools, newer developments, but at a more reasonable price than Fort Collins. And if you're from more rural Arizona or smaller cities, Berthoud or Erie might be the perfect fit. They're authentic, affordable, and they have their real Colorado feel without any of the crowds. Now, the pattern I see is that Arizona families who choose locations similar to their Arizona lifestyle, but with the Colorado benefits, tend to be the happiest. And if you're planning a move from Arizona, here's the timeline that works the best. Start planning 6 to 9 months ahead. And this is a perfect time to reach out to me at 720-741-7474 and talk about what lifestyle you want to live. I can help you identify the towns and neighborhoods that fit your needs the best. Now, I can connect you to a local lender and even help you sell your Arizona home so your transition to Colorado is going to be as smooth and as stress-free as possible. Now, the best time to move is going to be late spring or early summer. This gives you time to adjust and get settled in before the weather hits. Now, I'd also recommend connecting with local community groups so you're already going to have established networks and connections before you move to town. The best thing for you to do is just focus on the adjustment. Register to vote, get your Colorado's driver license, and find your local doctors and dentists and services. The key is giving yourself time to adjust gradually rather than trying to do everything at once, because let's face it, when we tried that, I wanted to rip my dreads out. Now, moving from Arizona to northern Colorado is going to be a big lifestyle change, but it can be an amazing upgrade when you do it right. You're trading year-round heat for year-round outdoor activities, water concerns for mountain living, and indoor lifestyle for an outdoor lifestyle and adventure. The key is having someone who understands both Arizona living and northern Colorado realities. Now, at this point, I've helped dozens of Arizona families make this transition successfully, and I know exactly what challenges that you're going to face and how to prepare you for them. So if you're ready to explore and learn more about what northern Colorado has to offer, again, call or text me 720-741-7474. Don't make this move without the proper guidance. I'll help you understand the real cost, find the perfect community for your family, and make the transition as smooth as possible. And if you want to know more about what life is like after relocating to Colorado, go check out this video right here where my wife Greta and I share our no-nonsense opinions and our 3-year review. Remember, stay adventurous, my friends. I'll see you in the next video.